Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Ty and I go by tyistyping. If you're not, welcome back. So if you're wondering where I've been, if you're like, wait a minute, you just uploaded, what's going on? I did a live update. So if you guys want to see where I've been, go check that out before watching this. Also, if you're wondering why I have this scarf on and this jacket on like I'm about to go fight somebody, I am. I'm about to fight everybody who has not subscribed to my channel. You're here, you're watching videos, you probably commented, so I mean, just like it. We don't want no problems. I don't want no violence. Like, you know, we don't have to take it that way. As you guys can see by the title, you're here because of a new product. This is another, probably round 2 of my Fenty face. This will be a review on the Fenty Beauty bronzers that just came out literally today. As you guys know, Fenty Beauty is a beauty brand owned and created by Rihanna. One thing that a lot of people were saying was that Rihanna needs to come out with some bronzers, and literally when she dropped this, at this point I was just like, just take my money. I need to just start a subscription because at this point anything she drops I'm gonna get. This new launch, she dropped a new body lava for the trophy wife. It was a pressed highlighter that she came out with, and she made it in the liquid form of her body lava. She also came out with 2 Kilawat highlighters, one duo and one regular. If I'm missing anything, I'll link it down below. But today we'll be reviewing the Fenty Beauty Skin Stalk'r bronzer, which looks like this. The packaging looks amazing. I love it. She kills it with the packaging. Also, we'll be reviewing the Kilawat foil in the shade Penny for Your Thoughts, which I think is super bomb. So yeah, these are the 2 products that I bought, and ultimately I just wanted to get these 2 products. I probably will get I probably will get the body lava before I go out of town for my birthday. I did my base makeup. Majority of it is Fenty Beauty. I did use one product that wasn't Fenty Beauty, which was a brightening concealer. But other than that, everything on my face is Fenty Beauty. And I haven't done my eyes yet. I put on some primer, foundation, concealer. I set my face with my Fenty Beauty powders now, and I did not cream contour. That's typically what I do. But for demonstration purposes, I wanted to just see what the bronzer was working with. So let's open that up and look at the packaging. It's a rose gold packaging. Like, that looks bomb as I don't know what. I picked up the shade, the second to last shade, which is called Coco Naughty. I was a bit hesitant about this shade, and I'll show you guys why. And I picked this up because Jackie Anna did say this shade was what she would use, and now I'm looking at it, I think it'll be okay. So this is how the shade looks. It looks very lighter on camera because I do have my lights on and everything like that, but this is the second to the last shade. This shade is described as a deep with neutral undertones. Again, there's 8 shades. This is the second to the last shade. Typically, I like using my Real Technique multi-purpose brush, but since it has product on it, I'm gonna go in with my RG6 brush by Morphe, just because I want to make sure that, you know, I'm giving it a fair shot. So I'm dipping it in just like this, and I'm tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to warm up my forehead. Oh, okay. I was a little bit hesitant, but it's warming my skin up. Can you guys see that? Like, it's really warming my skin up. I do feel like it's giving me a soft bronze. I was very hesitant about this. Oh my god. I see that warmth, like these shadows around my face. So it's a very soft bronze, like it brings warmth. It is not, and that's the thing, like bronzer isn't supposed to be super strong. It's supposed to just bring back that warmth on your skin that you kind of taken away when you're applying like your foundation and your powders and things like that. And so I like how it's blending, like it doesn't look harsh, and it's extremely buildable. So again, I'm just going anywhere where I want to bring that warmth back. I'm adding just a little bit more, but I was nervous, but I think I like how subtle the bronze is. Like, this is exactly what you want from a bronzer. Like, if you want something more intense, I feel like the next step would be contouring. Bronzer is when you want to bring up that warmth and add a subtle like warmth back to your skin that you've taken away using all the products like powders and things like that. And contour gives you that shadow effect to where you're chiseling your face. It's a bit more defined more than a bronzer. So my first impressions, I do like it a lot. I know that my lights, maybe if I can turn my light a little bit. So you guys see like how I turn one of my lights away, but you guys see how it brought that warmth back to my skin. I feel like if you use like tinted moisturizer or just want to add just a little bit of bronzer without having any foundation on, you can get away with this because how subtle and soft it is. I'm also going to use this as a eyeshadow. So I'm going to take one of my favorite brushes. I'm going to take MAC 224 brush, one of my favorite blending brushes, and I'm going to just dip it in and blend this into my crease. I can really tell on my crease is that it's very warm, and I can definitely see myself using this as a transition shade or a crease shade. So you guys see like the warmth that it brought up to my eyes so that it doesn't look like just pale and bland. See the difference from this eye to this eye? It brought that warmth back, and it is pigmented, but it's a soft pigmented. It's not like harsh. Like you can like just keep applying and building it up or make it as light as you would like it. I would add a deeper shade just to deepen it up. I don't know if I want to do that for this video. I kind of want to just use the products and go. Yeah, so this is how it looks so far on my face and on my eyes. It did warm my skin up a lot, which I like, but softly. I'm adding just a little bit more just to bring like a little bit more definition into it, and I'm tilting my head back and just focusing it on in my crease. I'm actually gonna take a more defined brush with no product on it and just tilt my head back and focus it on my crease just to define it a bit more. And I like to tilt my head back just so that I can see my crease, because I wouldn't say I have hooded lids, but you know, my space can be limited depending on how I apply shadow. Now that I've warmed up my face and my crease how I want to, I'm going to go in with the new Kilawat. One of the two new Kilawat highlighters, which is in Penny for Your Thoughts. This is how the packaging looks. It looks very, very simple. It's the same exact packaging as that she has for her other highlighters, like Trophy Wife and More Money and all that, like all the other ones. Penny for Your Thoughts is described as a metallic burnt copper. And this is how the packaging looks. It is like a burnt copper, like that. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand. So it is like a burnt copper. It's not as shiny as the other ones, which I was a little bit like, you know, surprised about. But I think if you are like a little bit deeper than me, wouldn't use this as a highlighter. I will probably use this as a for my cheeks maybe, but I don't want to put on blush or on the lids, which is what I'm gonna do. I think this would be so beautiful as a blush and even a highlighter for someone who is deeper in complexion than me. But I do think that it's not chunky. Like there are glitter specks, but they're not like super chunky or anything. Well, they're a little chunky, but there's not a lot in here, so you can get away with it as a highlighter and a cheek and an eye. So I'm gonna use this as my lid shade. Apply it first without spritzing it, just to see. Oh yeah, I do like how it looks, but I want it to be a little bit more wet. So I am going to spray it just a little bit with my Urban Decay. Yeah, I think that's so pretty, and I am gonna spritz it again. I do like how it looks spritz. It looks very wet. Yeah, this is like a very rosy, deep metallic, and I really feel like looking at it, I think it would, me personally, and I'll probably try it as a blush next time, but I think the chunky glitter flexes in it make it like for a beautiful shadow. Like it's so pretty, and I don't think my camera is doing it justice, which is a little bit, you know, shady for my camera. For our eyeshadow, it'll be okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more bronzer to my crease. I do want to deepen it up just a little bit, but I really do like it as a eyeshadow. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to put on my eyeliner and my lashes, and I'll be right back to give you guys my first impression. Okay guys, so I am back. I did not put any lashes on because I can't find my lash glue and I can't find my tweezers, so there's that. I actually don't mind it without no lashes on. It looks really pretty. But okay, update about the bronzer. It's a little hesitant because when I was in Sephora, it looked really washed out, and then the shade that was the last shade, it did look very orange. I will say a comparison, when I was looking at the shade in Sephora, the last shade, not the shade that I have right now, it looked very similar to CoverGirl's Ebony Bronze, which was like probably one of the only drugstore bronzers we have. So far, first impressions, I would give it like an 8.5 or 9. Probably an 8.5 simply because I feel like she can come out with some more shades. I feel like there's some gaps, some major gaps for deeper shades, but knowing Rihanna and me having faith in Rihanna, that she'll come out with more shades. But I was hesitant about this, but Cocoa Naughty is a great shade. For reference, I'm in shade 420 for Rihanna's foundation, and Cocoa Naughty worked very well for my skin. I think it's very buttery. I do think it's soft, so if you're a girl or a guy who likes a softer bronzer, I would definitely recommend this. But also, if you like to add more oomph to your bronzer, you can definitely build this up without looking too cakey. I love the packaging, love the consistency of it so far. It gave me that warmth that I was looking for. And yeah, I would give it an 8.5, maybe a 9 once, you know, Rihanna comes out with some more shades. But I do think you guys should pick it up and try it. Don't be discouraged about the shades, but I will say, like, you know, test it out, buy it at Sephora, because one thing about Sephora is that if you don't like it or it doesn't work for you, you can always return it. But yeah, I would recommend you guys trying out the bronzer. I will keep trying it and keep you guys updated with how it looks, even when I do more blend up looks. Now for the Kilawat and Penny for Your Thoughts, I think this is a great eyeshadow. Don't think it would be good for blush, like I said before, as I was applying it to my eyes. But I don't think you guys should, you know, I don't think it's a like I need to get this. I do think it works well as a pretty eyeshadow, but again, like, there's eyeshadow colors like this. I see myself just using this as an eyeshadow. I don't see myself using this as a highlighter or as a blush, but I feel like the color itself would look beautiful if it was like matte. Like, could you imagine if this shade was just like a matte shade? Like, this would be gorgeous as a blush if it was just matte. I do give the consistency like an 8. I feel like it's not as bright as her other Kilawat highlighters, but I do like it as eyeshadow, but I don't think you guys necessarily need it. That's my first impressions. I definitely recommend the bronzer. I think it's buttery. I think it's buildable. I think it can work for all types of girls and guys who may want a lighter coverage or more full coverage bead coverage. Like, you know, that's a lot. But yeah, and then the Kilawat, the Penny for Your Thoughts, beautiful shade. Would only probably use it for eyeshadow. Don't think it's like a need to get. If anything, from the 2 things that I bought, I think you guys should definitely try the bronzer, especially if you are a woman or man of color, or just a woman or man who's been on the hunt for a bronzer in general. You know, I feel like bronzers are one of the things in the makeup community that's like, we know we need it, but brands are like, how bad do y'all need it though? Like, you know, like, I feel like brands are like hesitant to like really give us bronzer. So for the first go round, I applaud Fenty Beauty and Rihanna for putting this out. I would like to see her come out with some deeper shades, and even some shades in between the shades that she has already. It's my first impression. I will continue to use this as I apply and wear makeup, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys on my next video. But before that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like I said, like this video and share it so that all your friends can get the tea on the new bronzer and the new Kilawat. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on all my other social media handles. tyistyping on everything except for Snapchat. Snapchat I'll link down below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.